179. Vaisampayana continued. Yudhishthira, finding his beloved brother coiled by the body of the serpent, said these words: O son of Kunti, how hast thou come under by this misfortune? And who is this best of serpents, having a body like unto a mountain mass? Bhimasena said, O worshipful one, this mighty being hath caught me for food. He is the royal sage Nahusha, living in the form of a serpent. Yudhishthira said, O long-lived one, do thou free my brother of immeasurable prowess. We will give thee some other food, which will appease thy hunger. The serpent said, I have got for diet even this son of a king, come to my mouth of himself. Do thou go away. Thou shouldst not stay here. If thou remainest here, thou too shalt be my fare tomorrow. O mighty armed one, this is ordained in respect of me, that he that cometh unto my place becometh my food, and thou art in my quarter. After a long time have I got thy younger brother as my food. I will not let him off, neither do I like to have any other food. Thereat Yudhishthira said, O serpent, whether thou art a god or a demon or an uraga, do thou tell me truly. It is Yudhishthira that asketh thee. Wherefore, O snake, hast thou taken Bhimasena, by obtaining which or by knowing what wilt thou receive satisfaction? O snake, and what food shall I give thee? And how mayst thou free him? The serpent said, O sinless one, I was thy ancestor, the son of Ayu, and fifth in descent off from the moon. And I was a king celebrated under the name of Nahusha, and by sacrifices, and asceticism, and study of the Vedas, and self-restraint, and prowess I had acquired a permanent dominion over the three worlds. And when I had obtained such dominion, haughtiness possessed me, and thousands of Brahmanas were engaged in carrying my chair, and intoxicated by supremacy, I insulted those Brahmanas, and O Lord of the earth, by Agastya have I been reduced to this pass. Yet, O Pandava, to this day the memory of my former birth hath not forsaken me, and O King, even by the favour of that I sold Agastya, during the sixth division of the day, have I got for meal thy younger brother. Neither will I set him free, nor do I wish for any other food. But if today thou answers the questions put by me, then I shall deliver Rikodara. At this Yudhishthira said, O serpent, ask whatever thou listest. I shall, if I can, answer thy questions with the view of gratifying thee. O snake, thou knowest fully what should be known by Brahmanas. Therefore, O king of snakes, hearing thee, I shall answer thy queries. The serpent said, O Yudhishthira, say who is a Brahmana, and what should be known by thy speech. I hint for thee to be highly intelligent. Yudhishthira said, O foremost of serpents, he it is asserted by the wise, in whom are seen truth, charity, forgiveness, good conduct, benevolence, observance of the rites of his order, and mercy. He is a Brahmana. And O serpent, that which should be known in even the supreme Brahma, in which he is neither happiness nor misery, and attaining which beings are not affected with misery. What is thy opinion? The serpent said, O Yudhishthira, truth, charity, forgiveness, benevolence, benignity, kindness, and the Veda, which worketh to the benefit of the four orders, which is the authority in matters of religion, and which is true or seen even in the Sudra, as regards the object to be known, and which thou allegest is without both happiness and misery. I do not see any such that is devoid of these. Yudhishthira said, those characteristics that are present in a Sudra do not exist in a Brahmana, nor do those that are in a Brahmana exist in a Sudra. And a Sudra is not a Sudra by birth alone, nor a Brahmana is Brahmana by birth alone. He, it is said by the wise, in whom are seen those virtues, is a Brahmana, and people term him a Sudra, in whom those qualities do not exist, even though he be a Brahmana by birth. And again, as for thy assertion that the object to be known as asserted by me doth not exist, because nothing exists that is devoid of both happiness and misery. Such indeed is the opinion, O serpent, that nothing exists that is without them both, and as in cold heat doth not exist, nor in heat cold, so there cannot exist an object in which both happiness and misery cannot exist. The serpent said, O king, if thou recognize him as a Brahmana by characteristics, then, O long-lived one, the distinction of caste becometh futile as long as conduct doth not come into play. Yudhishthira said, in human society, O mighty and highly intelligent serpent, it is difficult to ascertain one's caste because of promiscuous intercourse among the four orders. This is my opinion. Men belonging to all orders promiscuously begot offspring upon women of all the orders, and of men speech, sexual intercourse, birth and death are common, and to this the rishis have borne testimony by using as the beginning of a sacrifice such expressions as, of what caste soever we may be, we celebrate the sacrifice. Therefore, those that are wise have asserted that character is the chief's essential requisite. The natal ceremony of a person is performed before division of the umbilical cord. His mother then acts as Savitri, and his father officiates as priest. He is considered as a Sudra as long as he is not initiated in the Vedas. Doubts having arisen on this point, O Prince of Serpents, Swayambhuva Manu has declared that the mixed castes are to be regarded as better than the other classes, if having gone through the ceremonies of purification, the latter do not conform to the rules of good conduct. O excellent snakes, whosoever now conforms to the rules of pure and virtuous conduct, him have I here now designated as a Brahmana. The serpent replied, O Yudhishthira, thou art acquainted with all that is fit to be known, and having listened to thy words, how can I now heat up thy brother Rikodara? Thus endeth section 179 in the Ajagara Parva of the Vana Parva.